Hi, John McPhail here from Matex Control Chemical in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I'm going to speak to you on one of our products called Foamer ES. Any of the ES that you see on any of our products means environmentally safe. Foamer ES. ES thread compound, RDO 302 ES, all stands for environmentally safe. So this is a non-alcohol based high performance foam. So say lift your cuttings to new heights. What we mean by that is simply this. If we're drilling away and we get down into, say, an aquifer, for instance, and all of a sudden, I'm going to stop this here for 1 second. All of a sudden, we're drilling away, there's some cuttings that fell to the bottom. If the deeper we get, the more water comes in here, all of a sudden we start to get a hydrostatic head pressure, which overcomes the pressure of your compressor that it can put out. So what I always say is, you know what, let's see if we can cheat the hole a little bit. You get yourself some free air. And that free air comes from the introduction of foam. So when you introduce foam, all of a sudden it comes out through the bit, whether it's a tricone or it's a hammer or what have you. The foam comes out through the bit, and in a foaming bubbles manner, like shaving cream or what have you, and it's an air bubble and it wants to go somewhere and it wants to go to the top. So it starts to move your water for you, move the cuttings maybe that had been settling in the bottom of the hole because you couldn't get your air to get moving, to get your cuttings moving. So it'll get it moving for you, come up like shaving cream, and being thicker than the air itself, it's going to lift all those cuttings for you, and out into the pit you go. I've seen foam up around the drill rig, around as high as my waist, hiding my wrenches and what have you, because I was stuck in the hole. So it's also a fantastic product to use if you get stuck in the hole from cuttings collapsing in. Maybe if you're drilling with air and the formation's a little porous, your air's bleeding off. This is a good way to clean your hole out and get you up and running again. Here's a picture of, a live picture as to exactly, some foam coming out of the casing. So you can continue on, you can introduce it right out of the gate, or as you get down a little bit deeper and you start hitting some water, or you know that you're going to encounter some water, get it in there and you can continue drilling with it from there on in. When I say lifting it, because if you have an aquifer coming here or whatever that is filling this up with water or filling it with cuttings, making it difficult to drill with, sometimes when you introduce foam, if you're going very deep or you want the hole to stay open for a while, such as a blast hole, we will mix up what we call a stiff foam. So it's the foam with a polymer, a little bit of polymer introduced into your foam, makes it a stiff foam. So in this animation, it's a fantastic description, because here we are drilling, the cuttings are accumulating at the bottom. We want to get them going, so we introduce the foam, starts to bubble up it goes, and watch these cuttings come right out here being just, what I say, burping the hole, just spitting the cuttings right out. However, the polymer that you've mixed in there, that's that light blue right there that puts a little bit of a film which protects the hole from later on from wanting to continue falling in on you. So it'll leave it open. It's good for the hole stabilization after they inject the foam, whether you're drilling conventional, reverse circ, or production blast hole drilling. That's a little bit of information on our foam, and for these videos and such, they're too big to be sending to people. A lot of them are on YouTube or on our website at www.matex-ccc.com. Thank you for watching.